like to read you this statement from the World Health Organization on female genital mutilation, and known in other parts of the world as female circumcision. I'd just like to read you this couple of paragraphs. I just want to see what you think. Female genital mutilation has no health benefits. On the contrary, it is known to be harmful to girls and women in many ways. First and foremost, it is painful and traumatic. The removal of or damage to healthy, normal genital tissue interferes with the natural functioning of the body and causes several immediate and long-term health consequences. Communities that practice female genital mutilation report a variety of social and religious reasons for continuing to do it. Seen from a human rights perspective, the practice reflects deep-rooted inequality between the sexes and constitutes an extreme form of discrimination against women. Female genital mutilation is nearly always carried out on minors and is therefore a violation of the rights of that child. The practice also violates the rights to health, security and physical integrity of the person, the right to be free from torture and cruel, inhumane or degrading treatment, and the right to life when the procedure results in death. A few weeks ago, a baby boy bled to death in Manchester because we don't care enough for the rights of boys or men that we regulate it. So by law, you can put your son on the kitchen table, circumcise him in any way which you like, and as long as the boy doesn't die, then no crime is being committed. Now, the statement that I read to you from the World Health Organization, I believe you could replace all the words female with the words male and it would ring true. Just imagine living in a society that protects all men from any kind of genital cutting as a baby or child. It's just against the law. It's called male genital mutilation. Doesn't matter if it's a pinprick. It is regarded the same, regarded as an abhorrent, disgusting crime that violates the rights of the child, as the WHO say. Not only do we allow the female genital mutilation of women and girls while protecting men, but we also use the parts that we remove for use in skincare products, anti-wrinkle cream, Botox. What sort of society is that? So we live in this country, UK, where child abuse is very much a priority, and rightly so. But there tends to be a kind of overreaction, a kind of hysteria, if you like, where parents have to undergo CRB checks just to watch their kids on sports day. Or if a parent takes a picture of their child in public, they might fear being suspected of abuse. There is so much emphasis on protecting children from sexual abuse in this country that we can never do enough. That is the attitude that society has, that we can never do enough. We have to be overly protective to be able to protect as many as we can. But in this climate, we still see fit to strap a little baby down, just a few days old, against his will, immobilised, with his legs apart, no anaesthetic given, and under the name of religion, tradition or culture, he can then have his genitals sliced away. Research shows that the foreskin does have purpose, does have function. It protects the glands, keeps them soft, keeps them moist, protects them from abrasion. And of course it plays a massive part, it plays a huge part in sexual pleasure. So once again I ask you, with the absolute trauma that the baby must feel, and babies do feel pain, they do feel pain because they have a memory. Babies start learning as soon as they come out of the womb, and if they learn, they have a memory. So they do feel pain. And can you imagine for a baby, as a baby, you didn't even know what was coming until someone was fondling you, followed by extreme pain. This is in the first few days of your life. This is what greets you into this world. This is your first sexual experience. Disgusting. So can we find an equivalent for females where we remove 75% of their sexual tissue for reasons of religion, hygiene and culture? Can you find an equivalent that is legal? We have these myths about male circumcision. We believe the babies don't feel pain. We believe the foreskin is just a flap of skin that wouldn't be missed by any man. A flap of skin that needn't be there, that gets in the way. This is how we still justify male circumcision today. But it turns out that the experience for a baby leads to trauma. It is traumatic. Anybody would find that traumatic. It doesn't matter whether you're 1 or 100 years old. And if men don't consciously remember their circumcision, I believe their minds and their bodies do. So if you're a woman who was absolutely appalled by female genital mutilation, please bear in mind that we are doing a very similar thing in this country to our boys. 100 boys per day, that's 35,000 boys per year, are being forced this surgery onto them. So if you don't like the idea of a society that bans forced genital cutting on men, but allows it on women, and then uses their parts for use in anti-aging, anti-wrinkle and Botox treatment, mainly used by men. If you find that appalling, then it's time to look at male circumcision for what it is. Male infant circumcision is a violation of human rights, and it is genital mutilation. That is not a sensationalist term. It meets the definition of the term. It's what we call it for women, and it's what we need to call it for men. Men should have the right to bodily integrity. And when I hear of babies dying from this procedure because we can't be bothered to even regulate it, I get fucking angry. Thanks for listening.